How are you? I'm fine. Okay, I think. Very nice. We tend to use these expressions over and over again. So, in today's video, we are going to learn some smart English expressions that you can use instead of those ordinary expressions, and you can use them in your daily English casual conversation to sound like an advanced English speaker. So, let's get going. Hey everyone, this is Amama, and today we are talking about those smart English expressions that you can use instead of those ordinary terms. And by the end of this video, you are going to sound like a fluent English speaker with advanced vocabulary. And you are never ever going to use those common expressions ever again. So, expression number one is, how are you? How are you tends to be a very old fashioned phrase, almost like you saying it without actually expecting a response. So here is what you can say instead. How's it going? This one is very popular. How is it going? How have you been? And you can shorten this to how have you been? This one is very warm and friendly, and I particularly like using this. How have you been? How's everything? How are things or how are things going? This one is asking not only about the person but also about like an overall life update. How are things? How are you doing? The R is not actually there. It's like how are you doing? What's going on? This one is a little American, and in fact, if you haven't met someone for a little while and you suddenly meet them, you can say, what's going on? Hey, what's new? Or what's new with you? Again, another nice way to say, how are you is, what's new? What's up? This one is super duper casual. In fact, it gets shortened to just sup. Hey, sup? What's up? Now you know, more than the words that you use, actually the tone and the intent to be warm and friendly, and to find out what the other person's life has been all about, and sincerity is gonna come through your tone of voice, no matter which word you use. Now quickly put down a comment under this video telling me which of these was your favorite, and if you know any other beautiful expression to say, how are you, put that down as well. At number two is I am fine. Now, I am fine or I am fine, thank you is like too boring and too overused. So let's see what we can say when someone asks us, how are you doing? I'm doing well, thanks. How are you doing? I'm doing well and good. How about you? Now, we never say I'm doing good. We either say I'm doing well or I am good. If somebody asks you, how are things? Things are good. How's everything? Everything is good. How are you? I'm good or I'm great. Not bad. How are things with you? Not bad. How is it going? Not bad. Nothing much. What's going on? Nothing much. Pretty good. This is a popular American term. How have you been? Pretty good. No complaints are as good as I can be. Now, I love using this, especially now in this COVID time. When someone asks me, how is it going? I say, no complaints, as good as I can be. Now, you know, again, a lot depends on your intonation. You could say, no complaints, and actually sounds like you have a lot of complaints. Or you could say, no complaints, as good as I can be. Now, which of these was your favorite? Quickly put down that as a comment under this video. And if you had an interesting way to respond to this, how are you? Tell me that as well. Expression number three is okay. Now, okay clearly must be the most overused expression in English language. In fact, it got shortened to just one alphabet, K. Now, let's look at some very exciting and interesting ways to agree with someone. I. Now, this is a naval term, but when you want to say okay and yes to somebody, you can say I. It literally means okay, okay. It's a kind of one way to say. So, if your friend says, Call me today at 8 p.m. You can say, aye, aye, roger that. Roger that also means copy that or I understand. For example, you are at a get together and your friend says, hey, we have a Zoom meeting tonight at 8 p.m. You can say, roger that. Okie dokie. This one is light-hearted, and when you want to keep something fun, warm, and affectionate, you can say okie dokie. So if your elder brother says, hey, come on everyone, quickly get into the car, you can say okie dokie. Now, the next three terms are particularly useful when, for example, someone has made a plan and they have suggested it to you and you agree with the plan and you want to express that. Now, instead of saying okay, you can say sure, go ahead, or by all means, or certainly I agree with your plans. Righto. Righto is casual and it's British. And if someone tells you, I think we should study right now, you can say righto. All righty. This one is my favorite. It is little casual and fun as well. So if you need to go somewhere and there is a plan getting made, you can say, all righty, let's go then. Sounds good or sounds good to me. This one you can use in a sort of formal situation when someone says, this is what I'm suggesting to you, and you want to agree with them, you can say, sounds good. At number four is very nice. How's this? Very nice. How's that? Very nice. Now, it's not so nice to keep saying nice all the time, so let's look at some interesting new and modern expressions that you can use when you want to say something is nice. Amazing. You are amazing. Or fantastic. How was meal? It was fantastic. Incredible. It means unbelievable. You can use to comment on someone's social media post. For instance, what an incredible shot. Phenomenal. This one is little more than just nice, like really, really nice. For example, you read a book and you really love it, so you can say it was phenomenal. Must see. This one is when you're trying to talk about a movie or a show, you can tell your friend it's a must see. Lovely. How lovely. This is extremely quintessential British and it's sort of universal, so you can use it in different situations. Absolutely lovely. At number five is I think. Now, I think we need to replace the boring words, and here is the replacements. In all honesty. For example, in all honesty, what you just said may have been a little rude. In my opinion, or in my view. When you want to be a little more formal, you can say, in my opinion. If you ask me, when you want to express your opinion, you can say, if you ask me. It seems to me that, or to me, for example, you can say, to me, this color looks better than this color. I believe this can be very cozy because I think comes not to you, so you replace it, right?